Alright, so anyways, today I'm gonna do a deck profile. This is actually a non-competitive deck, but it's actually for memes. So far it works a bit on certain decks though. Some of them are just for countering. So don't expect to win with this deck anyways, it's just for fun. I got some card ideas from Duel links and try to add it to the game. Okay, so the deck is basically... I originally had 3 Beaver Warriors, but it's actually I put 2 instead, so I don't brick. Some of them are tech cards. This is your main card of the deck, Beaver Warrior. And then 2 Magic Jammers. This basically negates spell cards. Like for example, if they try to play like Harpy Feather Duster, which destroy all spells and traps, or like Cosmic Cyclone. Like anything that destroys the back row, so you probably need to negate it, or you can use Starlight Road. Then we have 1 White Veil. This basically sort of like prevent battle traps when it attacks. It destroys all your opponent's back row, but it only works on certain back rows though. Effects triggers during the battle phase. Dimension Guardian. This basically makes it like so it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. It's pretty slow though. 1 skill drain. Since most decks these days use effect monsters, they're usually from the extra deck, so you want to stop their effect from going off. Then you have 2 Mage Power. This is basically attack boost card. 2 Necro Valley. This allows you to like stop certain decks that uses the graveyards, like Shaddolls, that Elder Lich deck, another zombie deck. 1 Terraforming. 1 Raigeki. This destroys all monsters. Giant Rat. This is a floater. Then we have Tenki. This basically search out Beaver Warrior. Demise. Draw power. Draw power again. This is Pot of Greed, but banish your deck. Then we have one of the good cards from the equips. It's basically Power of the Guardian. This sort of like can't be destroyed by battle, but place counter on it. Each time it attacks, it gains counter, so it will boost up Beaver Warrior's attack even more. This card is basically abused a lot in Duel links, but it's pretty funny if you manage to pull it off though. Next we have Lost Wind. This basically targets special type monsters. So with the special summon monster, you can Lost Wind it and negate their effects. It's basically like Phoenix Chain, but for special summon monsters though. Won't work on normal monsters. Like pretty much in the game now, they play a lot of special summon monsters. This basically helps out search out your equip spells. And then we have Heat Wave. So if you use this during the beginning of the turn, they can't normal summon or special summon. It's pretty good. Royal Decree to counter some trap decks. It's sort of like a side deck card. Duality, or draw power. 1 Dark Hole, basically destroy everything on the field. Now the reason why I run Gravedigger Trap Hole, because a lot of times people play that tuner monster, which I don't like. It's called let's see, what was it called again? Like every time they use that card, I already get annoyed about that card. So I want to deal burn damage to them. Is it tuner monster? Yeah, Ash Blossom. Basically I use this to counter Ash Blossom and they take burn damage. That's why this card's here. Gold Spell, basically another card that prevents graveyard. So it's actually just a tech card. These 2. Then I have a Cubic Engine. This is sort of like a tech too, because this card can work on certain players and it works very well. Then Ascension, basically this is like a battle trap. It summons this card, which can annoy my opponent a lot. Then Solemn Judgment to negate anything. These are side deck. Titan Sider, this only works on extra deck monsters. So it's basically like Lost Wind, it has similar effects. But their attack becomes 0. It's a pretty good card against extra decks though. For Bishan, you can use this card, but it depends if you know what they're playing though. It works also well in this deck. Feather Duster if you want to. Dark Sanctuary is alternative spirit spell. Quiet Life. I'm not sure about that. Then there can only be one works sometimes. Dimension Barrier. And that's pretty much it. And then there's Iris. I had it in the side deck before. It works well with Skill Drain. And that's pretty much it for the deck profile. And here's are the replays I use a deck. First up is against the zombie deck, which is Baldarok. I really dislike that card, it's very annoying to fight against. So this is the first duel. You see these summon. Here comes Beaver Warrior. And actually there can only be one. So then you can only control one type. So that's basically why Mizuki called it a grave. And I really dislike this card very much. This card protects Beaver Warrior. Mage Power boosts his attack up. Your monster reborns my giant rat. And then he tries to use this Kriston effect to summon a tuner, but also negates it. And when it's negated, I can special summon Iris. And basically, he quit on me. That's the first duel, but I kind of lost that round. And this is the second one, which is Charmers. Now basically I had a pretty good hand. This starts out Beaver Warrior, and these are my equips. Starlight Roads is there to like protect the back row. Now Power of Guardian will boost my Beaver Warrior's attack by 500. Since I have 2, it will be 1000 instead. And it keeps getting counters. Then he Richard summons. He gets rid of my Mage Power. That's game. This one's against Chronomaly. It's an Exceed Archetype. They got new support recently. I was sad about my back row there. Now I use Spear Karibo to put it in defense, which is another card used in Duel Links. Those are just some tech cards. Power of Guardian activate counters, so you can't destroy it by battle, which is pretty annoying for my opponent. He had this card in his hand, but it doesn't have effects, so it doesn't really work for him. It's a normal monster. Activate Mage Power, so it increases attack. This basically makes it attack twice. And he quit since he kind of bricked his hand as a level 5. As a level 3. Okay, this one's against Cybers. Just go in order. This one was pretty dangerous. My opponent summoned a bunch of monsters in one turn, and I think I lost this duel. He summoned like so much cards in one turn. Like he synchro link summon, and then he fusions. And ritual too. Then there's the nerf tip firewall dragon, and he has a firewall dark fluid too. It was like WTF. So much negates. Then I use skill drain to negate their effect. Beaver Ward comes out, and then basically Titan Sire can make it 0, and this protects Beaver Ward from being stripped by battle. And use Power of the Guardian and make it attack twice. It equips. Now he has 400 life points left. And you couldn't do anything with these cards. And that's pretty much it. This one is against dinos. For some reason, he didn't use Ash Blossom there. Too bad it didn't work because it has counters on it. Oh no, Conductor's here. I made it 0. So then next turn I can just attack over it. He didn't make a link free though. Okay, then there's one against Outer Lich, which I think I pretty much lost. Skill drain. Use some Outer Lich. Use the engine. He's drawing a lot in one turn. And he surrendered when I used the Power of the Guardian for some reason. He had a Solemn Judgment though. Then this one's against Outer Lich again. Basically break his hand. There's extension on it. He quit since he couldn't use Outer Lich, since I used Prohibition. This one is against Fluffles. He summons a whale. Bunch of drop powers in one turn. Since they tend to use polymerization a lot, so I declare that card. He needs scissors in order to pop my back row though. However, since Prohibition was unplayed, he couldn't summon Egypt Tiger, which he would have done since it needs polymerization. Then this one is against Gem Knights. Haven't seen them in a long time. These are just some random cards I was testing out. I found it really meh. Didn't really work that well. So I just removed this card. I summon a second Beaver Warrior. And I ran over it. 4K attack Beaver Warrior. This one is against Insect Queen. My opponent broke his hand. This card basically stops Mirror Force from triggering. Which is why you couldn't use Air Force. Here comes Beaver Warrior right now. Dimension Guardian to save Beaver Warrior. And because of Dark Sanctuary, he takes reflect damage. Well, actually burn damage though. Then this one's against Numeron, which has high attack points. He's like, oh shit. They have the highest attack points in the game. Okay, he didn't play because he couldn't use his effects from the Numerons since I have skill drain on play. Okay, this will be the last one. This one's against Shaddolls. This one's pretty one of the good replays I have against using this deck. It's pretty funny too at the ending. He's super poly too. Now, Necro Valley basically is a good counter against Shaddolls, since they tend to use the Graveyard a lot. Power of the Guardian. Basically, these two cards combo together. There's Construct, you got rid of my Necro Valley. And that card's pretty annoying too, since it can negate my cards. However, he should pick this card instead though. He didn't know about what Power of the Guardian does. And that pretty much cost him the game. He summoned Star Venom. Now 2 Beaver Warriors on the field. He summons a second construct. I lost one. He tries to get rid of it. However, Armory Call. This has counters. He tries to destroy it again, but because of the counters, it can't be destroyed on the field. Thanks to the power of the Guardian. He negates my White Veil effect, so he can boost that attack by 4,000. I was sad about that. I don't know why he crashed into an Icona though. And because of Mage Power, it boosts Beaver's attack, and Power of the Guardian gets another counter when it attacks. And that's basically game for him. And that's it. 6 Cape, Beaver Warrior defeated a Dragon. This deck is not competitive, it's more like a meme deck though. You can try it out. I actually have a different variant of this deck, but it's not really Beaver Warrior, it's just extra card in it. I used to use that deck in the past though. I could put in the description if you want to see those ones. So this is the deck profile again, if you want to see it. And that's it. Thank you for watching my video.